All right, what's going on, y'all, man? Got some hot topics to talk about today. But first, we're going to talk about Bryce Underwood. Now, obviously, On3 is a newer media company here that we have, obviously, in the country, right? But they do a really good job, man. But he was the first ever recruit to receive 100 rating, right? A perfect score. That's incredible to say and to even see. Definitely being in this industry and seeing a player be able to get that big of a reputation this early. Now, we know about everything when it comes to Bryce Underwood, right? We know he got a lot of NIL money that really flipped him from LSU to go to Michigan. And another thing, I know everybody's going to talk about the money, but he has a chance to start day one, right? Gets to go to Michigan, go through camp, everything like that, and be able to be a starter day one. For a lot of kids, that's really what they want. They want the opportunity, they want the chance to show how great, how elite they can really be. And I think when you look at Bryce Underwood, that was obviously his reason for choosing Michigan, man. But they said this is the reason why we gave him a 100 rating. They said his size, arm talent, athleticism is reminiscent of Josh Allen and Cam Newton. So those are his early comparisons right now going obviously into college football. So a lot of pressure on him, you know what I'm saying? Michigan fans are going to expect to be a lot better this year, right? And they bet at the house, right? When you pay that much money, you were hoping, you putting a bet that this guy's going to be great. Now, I got a chance to see him at OT7, and I was very impressed with what he was doing. Now, granted, that was 707. I didn't get the chance to see him with pads on, but I can tell you this. He is a gunslinger, right? He is a guy that goes through his reads really well, right? He can get the ball anywhere on that football field, right? It doesn't matter from which arm, angle, pressure, don't matter. Anywhere on the football field, he can get that ball too. And I think he's a very accurate guy to be such a gunslinger. A lot of times you'll see guys that are gunslingers lacking accuracy and things like that. But to me, as far as high school goes, he was able to make every throw imaginable. So the key for him is, right, being athletic, you know what I'm saying, being able to make every throw and every read, being able to disguise, or not even disguise, being able to dissect coverages and be able to light teams up. And just maybe the first couple of games of the year, you might have to be a game manager for Michigan. They usually have a really good crop of talent coming in. So it's going to be important. I can't wait to see what it looks like. But let's check out this article. All right, so this is via On3, but they basically said he had the elite physical tools. He is anything but a developmental prospect. They already think that he is past the developmental stage, far as he's not a project when he goes onto the collegiate level, right? He's not a guy that you have to sit for 2 or 3 years. He can come in and play right now. That's basically what they're saying. Had a really great career at Belleville. Excuse me, y'all. Belleville had a really great career there. 2 state championships and a 49-4 record, right? Rewrote the individual state record books in the process as well. Broke state records for most total and passing touchdowns in high school. Early on in his senior season, he threw for over 10,708 yards, 143 passing touchdowns, and averaged around 11 yards attempts. So what does that tell me as far as looking at those stats? Similar to DJ Lagway, he's not a guy that is taking those check down throws, right? He's not a guy that's looking to just, throw slants or to throw screenplays. He's actually trying to get chunk plays, which is also very important in college football. You know what I'm saying? Not that you always want to have big plays, but can you get me 7 to 10 yards a chunk, right? Can you get me, those plays that we need, those short intermediate? And he showed that obviously in high school. And as I said, the athleticism, 6'4", 215 pounds, 10-inch hands, very long arms, lean, 215, probably will get up over, like they said here, to 230, 240. So you're looking at a guy that's a physical specimen that has all the tools, right? It's just going to be important for him to protect his body also in the process, right? We seen Cam Newton, obviously had a really good career, right? High school, was really good at Westlake, right? Had to go to went to Florida, didn't work out with the JUCO route, came back, went to Auburn, won the national championship, won a Heisman, went to the NFL, went 15-1, won the MVP, got to the Super Bowl, enjoyed, I think, close to a 10-year career. But if you're Bryce and how most people view him as a generational talent, you got to make sure that you protect yourself as well. And I just mean on the gridiron, being careful with the hits, things like that, sliding sometimes instead of running the guy over. It's just important that you know what I'm saying, you keep yourself around, But we're going to see, man. This might be one of the most hyped up prospects. I didn't really mention him as far as a top player going in 2025 because it's just so unknown for a freshman to say that. Even when you look at Arch Manning, who's being really hyped up right now, you know what I'm saying? When you look at that and you look at what he meant to the sport and how much woo-ah he got, he had to still sit behind Quinn Ewers. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a little different, but we going to know. We're going to find out week 1. You know what I'm saying? We're going to find out early on. We're going to find out in the spring how he's looking, right? We're going to find out, obviously, in the camps, not the camps, summer camp, how he's doing, right? We're going to find out, in the fall camp, how he's doing. So it's going to be a great test. But I wanted y'all to give y'all comments down below that follow this sport very heavily. What are you guys' thoughts on the 100 overall rating for Bryce Underwood? First ever to get that on the On3 ranking system. Y'all let me know down in the comments, man. What's your thoughts? Does Bryce Underwood deserve it? And have you guys seen this much hype for a freshman quarterback coming in, or for a quarterback coming into his freshman season as Bryce Underwood, and what he was able to do in high school? Comment below.